Hi there, I'm back again. As I promised, one more video. This time we're going to talk about a minimization problem. So here we have a marginal cost problem. Let's say the marginal cost C in dollars of manufacturing X televisions is given by the function C of X equals 8X squared minus 3,250X plus 330,300. So what we want to know first is how many TVs should be manufactured to minimize the marginal cost. So I want to minimize the marginal cost and I want to know how many TVs. So I want to know my X value here. Okay, that's what I want. Whenever I see the word minimize or maximize when I'm looking at a quadratic, I'm going to think the vertex. So for part A here, I'm going to say I know that the vertex is at negative b over 2a and c of negative b over 2a. And in this case, I want to know how many TVs I should make. So I want the x value from this function for the vertex. So I'm going to say that x is equal to negative b over 2a when I minimize the marginal cost. And that's going to be equal to negative of negative 3,250 over 2 times 8, which is going to be 3,250 divided by 16, which is going to be equal to 203.125 if you punch that into your calculator. Now for a moment, we need to come back to the real world. It's nice that I have an x value there. But in the real world, I can't make 203.25 televisions. I can only make a whole television. So in this case, I'm going to say, I'm going to round to the nearest television. I'm going to say 203 TVs should be manufactured to minimize the marginal cost. All right. If I had come out with, let's say, something closer to 204, 203.8, something, I would have rounded up to 204. All right, so I would do normal rounding there. All right, so that's the end of part A. Not too hard so far, right? The second part is what is the minimal marginal cost? So in this case, I actually want this. I want to know what is the cost then when I'm at my minimum. So I'm going to use my 203 TVs because I can't make part of a TV. So here I'm going to find C of 203, which is going to be equal to 8 times 203 squared minus 3,250 times 203 plus 330,300. And if you punch that into your calculator, what you're going to get out is 222. So I want to make sure, because my cost, remember, is in dollars from up here at the top, I want to make sure that I say the minimal marginal cost is $222. So make sure somewhere you have your $222. If you don't write out the whole sentence, I don't usually pick on that sort of thing, but at least have $222 somewhere where it can be found. And here you would at least want to say 203 TVs, just so that we put it back into the real world perspective, because these are real world problems. So, and problems that actually happen in business or let's say farming, if you look at the last video, or things like that. So if you have any questions on the minimization problem or the maximization problems in the previous video, please let me know. And hopefully this is helpful to you when we're dealing with quadratics and what you should think of whenever you see something like minimize or maximize or largest or smallest. So you immediately want to think about this vertex formula that we have here, and you want to use that. All right. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.